Hey, what's up guys?
If you don't know by now, my name's Tommy.
And if you don't know by now, my name's Harry.
This is Seymour Films, let's get this review started.
Okay, so today we'll be reviewing American Ultra, which was just released August 21st of 2015.
It was directed by Nima Nourizadeh and stars Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg, but to name a few. Right, with this not being a superhero film, so to say, there not being much background, we're just going to jump straight into the review, what we thought, how we felt the film went, and then, like usual, at the end, give our overall rating out of 10. First, I'll let Harry give his opinion.
Okay, so I really like this film. I think it's I think the main reason why I feel like it was a good film was because it was really nice. It was really funny, but some things that kind of let me down about it, which I'll go into a bit later. It felt like a movie that I already saw.
Yeah.
But overall I really enjoyed it. I would definitely go see it again. I mean, the cast is really good. I love Kristen Stewart, and I forgot his name.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg, because he was in The Social Network, and I love The Social Network, and I just love him. He's wicked.
Okay, and for me, again, I really enjoyed it. I thought really good film. The story seemed a bit slow at first, but it built up a bit. But it felt like you were thrown into the story. It didn't feel like you were brought into it. It was like, oh, you were thrown straight in and you had to just develop your own.
Some bits were like, I wish there was a bit more development in like some of the bits of the story.
Yeah.
I felt it was a bit too short. I think it was just like quite generic.
There wasn't a huge amount of character development. That sort of laid it down. I'm not saying it was a bad film, but it just, like you said, it felt like a film I've already watched. At the same time, it felt like a completely different film. You just had that feeling of, I know this film and I don't know why. Okay, so that being the case, the reason I felt I knew this film, it felt like watching a Kevin Smith film, and if you don't know Kevin Smith, he has been playing Silent Bob for quite a while. So essentially it felt like a stoner film, which... Yeah,
that's what I thought it was.
Which it was.
Yeah, it was a stoner film.
But it felt like a stoner film crossed with one of the Bourne films. So it was like a CIA film gone wrong crossed with a stoner movie. Yeah. It worked, but at the same time, did it work? That's how I felt. There was no, it definitely worked. It worked, but did it work? You felt yourself questioning the whole time. One
thing I didn't really like about the movie was, well, a few things actually, was the fact that now he's like become a massive, one of the world's best fighters and criminal killers and stuff. But you don't see much of that. I wanted to see a bit more impacts and like him kind of being a bit shocked and like thinking, oh, what's happened to me?
He did for a while, but...
He did for a while, but he didn't think, oh, I don't get what happened.
Yeah. If anything, that bit, again, it was really rushed. It was, you saw the character that gave him the ability to be this fighter said some sort of phrase, and then he did question himself a bit, but then he was more acting paranoid than showing his abilities, which that's what kind of lay it down. But no, overall I agree, you didn't fully get to see the abilities that you got to see his abilities, but you didn't get to see them progress. It was like,
I felt like because it was rushed, they tried to put a lot of comedy in it, which it did make it funny. It was interesting. I mean, I like the frying pan scene. Oh, that was wicked.
Throw back.
The old frying pan bullet trick.
But looking back at the trailer, it looked more funny then, because I thought like when you're gonna watch the movie, they're gonna put more like scripts lining in it. But they actually didn't.
I think the annoying bit is they do this with a lot of films, and this doesn't escape that sort of trend. With the trailer, it seemed like the jokes that you got in the trailer sort of got wasted in the film, because when they actually came up, they weren't that funny. It was other moments that you found funnier. But no, I thought it was a good film. But like I said, I just felt like it was like watching one of Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob based movies crossed with one of the Bourne films. So if you enjoy that sort of stuff, yeah, definitely go watch it. But we're just letting you know you get that feeling that you've watched the film before.
I mean, it's not boring. It's not going to put you to sleep.
No.
It's interesting.
We got right into the film. We were sitting there, didn't get bored once. But at the same time, at the end, we walked out and said we feel like we've watched this film.
Yeah.
But, okay, so now we're going to each do 3 pros and 3 cons of the film. And if you have any pros and cons, let us know. I'll start with my pros, Harry will do his, and then we'll go to cons. So my 3 pros for the film. My first pro, I feel like the character, you had that sort of sympathy for him, because at the beginning he's this really vulnerable character who's trying to impress the girl, which at first you're like, oh, it's a love story, but they do it the right way. They build up that whole something's gonna happen to him. Whether it's good or not, you don't know, but they built that up the right way. The second pro that I've got, the comedy. They didn't hold back. They showed the right amount of comedy, but they didn't overly do it, for the fact you got to see that relationship between Jesse Eisenberg's character and several of the others, like Topher Grace's character.
Yeah.
He's used to doing comedy after doing that 70s show, so having the 2 of them crossed into one film, you got that sort of banter. My third pro, Kristen Stewart showed more than one emotion! No.
As soon as we came out of the cinema, that's the first thing he said.
No, I'm not saying she's a bad actress, but for me, I'm not a Twilight fan, so I haven't seen her in a lot of other films. So to see her portray more than one emotion, it's like, yes! Overall, it was a decent film.
It's good.
Okay, so your 3 pros.
Going back to Kristen Stewart, she's hot, so that's my first pro.
no argument.
she's really, really hot, and she's a really good actress.
She's still no Margot Robbie.
Oh my god. Harley Quinn. Yeah, so, yeah, first pro. I'm sorry, I just love her. She's wicked. I mean, I have to admit, I know you haven't watched Twilight that much.
I've watched. I'm not a fan.
I love Twilight.
I love the books.
Yeah.
Okay, the first film wasn't ridiculously awful.
Yeah.
But after that, it got sort of not dragged out. I don't know what term to use, but basically, it got drained by all of the fanboys and girls.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, oh god. Even Stephanie Myers even said she wants to distance herself from the Twilight franchise because it got taken away from how she wanted it to be seen.
I mean, yeah, it kind of lost its balance, but I mean, I like the movies and I loved her, so that's a pro from me. Second pro, I would say, is the chemistry between her and, I forget his name again.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg, I'll remember that. I will.
You will.
I will. Yeah. So yeah, I really like the chemistry between them because they really love each other, and I mean, him finding out she's part of the CIA, it was kind of like a shock to me, and obviously a shock to him, and he was just kind of like, obviously he was shocked. I'll be shocked. I'll be like damned.
Yeah.
If it was my girlfriend, I haven't got one.
Neither have I. We're lonely. We need a girlfriend.
Look us up at Match.com.
Yeah. Okay, so your third pro.
Well, that's I'm going on to my second pro still.
Okay,
yeah.
carry on.
Okay. Yeah, I like the chemistry between them, and I feel like him finding out she's CIA, like he still loves her, and I loved how they still are together as a couple.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie and stuff, and it's kind of like really romantic. It's really nice. So that's really cool. Third pro, it would have to be, I love stoner films, so this movie did it for me. Like it was really funny, and you know, 420 for the win.
Harry apparently likes stoner films, yet hasn't watched or even heard of Jay and Silent Bob. before me and Scythe told him about 2 days ago. So I'm going to make him sit and watch films like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Chasing Amy, Mallrats, Clerks. I'm going to make him watch all of them.
I want to have a life after this because I've got college.
Oh yeah, but still.
So yeah, I just overall I just really enjoyed it. I think it was just like a random movie that I mean I just enjoyed it overall. I didn't see too many bad things about it. I left the cinema thinking it's a pretty good film. I'll go watch it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I liked it.
Okay, so now we're going to go for the cons. I'll start with my 3. So the first con, I've got to say, even though, like we said, we like stoner films just because they're usually comical.
Yeah.
I feel like there wasn't enough of a balance between stoner film and CIA film.
Yeah.
It felt like 1 minute it was a full-on stoner film and you were like, okay, this is going to be quite funny. Then all of a sudden it becomes a full-on CIA film and you're like, 1 second, what is it? And the whole film, by the end of it, it ends up becoming a super spy movie and you're like, did you even get a balance? So that's my first con. There wasn't a balance between the two essentially genres, if we're going to call them that. My second con, I feel like even though it was really comical, we had a right laugh watching it, and the audience that we were watching it with, all you could hear was laughter throughout a lot of the film. I feel like the jokes that were meant to be funny were sort of wasted, either in the trailer or right at the beginning. And then the ones that everyone was laughing at were ones that were sort of used towards the end. But I would have liked a balance of where they were scattered out. And my third con, I've said this with Spider-Man 3, and I'm going to say it again. Topher Grace should not play a villain.
Yeah, he should not. It doesn't suit his character.
No.
It does not suit him at all.
It just felt like all he was doing was being a jackass. That's it. He was being a complete dickhead who didn't know what he was doing and was trying to show off. Don't get me wrong, I like Topher Grace as an actor. I love that 70s show. It was one of the funniest shows growing up.
Sit down, Eric. Don't drink that. Put it on your eye. Come on, I'm kidding.
So, this is beer.
But as a villain, just like when he played Venom, doesn't work. He just seems like he's trying too hard.
He just looks like a good person.
Yeah, he seems like either someone you would have as a really comical role. Yeah. Or if you're going to have him as a serious role, sort of like a dad or a brother. Yeah, those are my 3 cons. So.
For me, my first con would be you don't see much of forget his name again.
Jesse Eisenberg.
I'll remember the actor's name.
No,
I swear to God.
He won't.
I won't. You don't see much of his abilities, and as you look at the end of the film, there's this scene, the credits actually. He basically draws like an illustration of the character that he's written over called Apollo 8, and he's trying to in the film he has like these same abilities as him. Yeah. But you see Apollo 8, like an illustration of him at the credits, and you see like Apollo 8 have some of the same abilities as him, but you see more. And I would have just liked to see more of Jesse Eisenberg. I'd just like to see more of action from him. I mean, the comedy went well, but I just didn't think the action was too. Just didn't go as well as planned. But my second con would be there wasn't much CIA involvement. And I mean there was, but again, as you said, the guy from that 70s show. I forget his name. I'm not really good with actors' names.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace, you've got to help me out here, man.
Yeah.
I forget so bad. His character didn't work.
No.
And the whole CIA movement and having like police show up at like the burning car and all the shots.
Yeah, the CIA, if anything,
the
was
market.
Yeah, it was sort of wasted right at the beginning. You did get that sort of CIA bit right at the beginning. Then towards the end, it just seemed like it was used, but it wasn't used. It wasn't used in the right way. You just sort of felt like they were trying to chuck it in at random times, and Topher Grace.
He sent out like killers to go kill Jesse Eisenberg.
Remember it.
Fuck. He goes out and gets killers to go kill him, and you see a bit of that, but it's not too heavily overdone, which I found quite interesting at the same time because I wanted to see how they're going to implement the roles on this. But I would have actually loved to see a bit more of the killers and them trying to go kill Jesse Eisenberg and stuff, and Kristen Stewart kind of well she's part of the CIA. So I just wanted to see a bit more of that. Was that my third one? Or my second?
That was your second.
Fuck! That was my third one.
Yeah, that's his third one. There wasn't any of that.
There is why I haven't got a third one. The third, like, to be honest, I just really like the movie. I don't think there's a third one for me. Like, it's a stoner film, and I loved it.
Actually, Harry's third con is that he didn't get to see Kristen Stewart naked. That's his third con.
Google. I mean, like, yeah, it's a stoner film and I loved it. You know, 420 Blaze It.
Hashtag 420 Blaze It. We're not stoners, by the way.
We're not stoners.
We don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Did you just say yeah?
Yeah, so let's move on with the review. Yeah, so those are the 3 cons for mine, I guess. Well, 2 cons. So,
Two and a bit. But yeah, overall, good film.
Yeah, I definitely would recommend go seeing it.
Okay, so now we're going to get on to our ratings. We actually discussed this as we were walking out the cinema, just because we did think it was a good film, but there was room for improvement. I'll let Harry go first with his rating.
Ooh, okay. So as I said before, when we came out of cinema, I would give it a 6 out of like 10.
Yeah, 6 to a 6.5.
Yeah, 6 points. Yeah, 6 to a 6.5 out of 10. Just again, I just really enjoyed it. I guess it's a film that I'll see a couple of times, but that's it. I mean, if I were to watch it many more times, it'll probably just be for Kristen Stewart.
If anything, it felt like one of those films if and when you buy it on DVD, it feels like one of those films you sit there with your mates.
Yeah.
Just casually, you're kind of watching it, but you're not. It's one of those. Yeah. So overall, yeah 6 to a 6.5. Yeah. I'm going for the same rating. So 6 to 6.5, just because it was a good film, but there was room for improvement. Like I said, if they found that balance a bit more, I easily would have given it 7.5 to an 8. But because of that balance, it dropped my rating. So overall, between us, it's still a 6 to a 6.5. It's one of those we wouldn't suggest watching in cinema really more than once, just because you end up feeling like once you've watched the film, you sort of got the gist of the whole film. Yeah. So yeah, definitely go watch it. We're saying it's one of those that you should go watch, but it's not one that you'd watch in cinema.
Go see it for the comedy and also for Kristen Stewart. I just love Kristen Stewart. She's working. Yeah. Okay. And Jesse Eisenberg. He's cool.
Yeah. He's remembering the names.
Bloopers.
That being said, we hope you've enjoyed this review. We also would love your opinion on a couple of our other videos. We'll put one up on the screen. And then we'll put one on the screen at the end. Please go watch our other reviews. You've been really helpful so far. Keep giving us that help. We have got another review coming out in a week and a half's time. Yeah. So make sure to keep an eye out for that.
That's a surprise one. Because, yeah. We're looking forward to reviewing that. Very cool.
So now, as usual, it's time for our shout-out segment. Yay! So if you don't know by now, we do a quick shout-out to a YouTuber that we've either been working with, talking with, or
just watching.
Yeah. Because we want you guys to sort of know what we're doing with our lives when it comes to YouTube and people we're sort of getting into. So, Harry, you go first.
Okay, so my shout out is to a friend of mine called Kieran Gibbons. He's at his college, he's been doing this production stuff, and he's a producer for this channel called My 40 Days. And he does it with a group of friends, and you just go check him out. He does like experimental videos, and they're just really cool, and I'd like to see more from them. So definitely go check them out. They're really great, really great. Yeah.
Okay, and as for my shout out, I'm going to be shouting out to a YouTuber I'm actually working with this week. The YouTuber's name is The Ron and Only, also known as Ronnie Woods. Really cool guy. Just finished my uni. He was running the Anime and Gaming Club.
Oh, okay.
Basically, his YouTube, he does Let's Plays, he does podcasts, a few other kind of videos, and he also does acoustic covers. And for those of you who followed me from my channel or have gone to my channel from here, you know I'm a singer. Me and Ronnie decided we were going to do an acoustic cover. Oh, he does a lot of nerdy sort of theme tunes, and we decided we're going to do the original Power Rangers theme, but an acoustic version. Sweet. So I'm recording the vocals on Wednesday and sending that over to him. So please go check out his channel. He's a really good Let's Player, really nice guy. Make sure you told him that I sent you, though I'll probably send him this so he knows. But yeah, so The Ron and Only and My 40 Days.
Anyways guys, that's all from this video.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go down, comment below, give us your opinion.
Like this video if you enjoyed it.
And make sure to subscribe and share for more.
Anyways guys, my name's Harry Thomas.
My name's Tommy Monkhouse. This has been Sing More Films, and we're out.
All 3 films of
Christian Bale.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah.